grows and changes. But how individuals have written history reflects the time in which they write, as much as the time they are writing about. Repackaging the past can influence the present. In times of colonial expansion, when support for the slave trade was required, the historian fed readers tales of explorers and conquerors. When soldiers were needed, ready to die for king and country, the historian gave them heroes and warriors. When society favoured male dominance and female subservience, the historian provided male-orientated history. What about writing history now, at a time when so many are striving for greater equality? Can looking backwards impact how we look forwards? Finding empowered women with agency from the medieval period is my way of shifting gear, providing new narratives for readers today. I know it carries bias, as all history is, by its very nature, subjective, no matter how objective we try to be. But through these remarkable women, I hope to show how we can effectively scrutinise historical evidence in more inclusive ways and engage with the past through fresh eyes. You cannot be what you cannot see. So let's find ourselves in what has gone before and reframe what we value going forward. Introduction. Wednesday, 4th of June, 1913, Epsom, Derby. 500,000 people have swarmed through the gates of Epsom Racecourse on this sultry summer afternoon. Derby Day has captivated the nation. Normal life is suspended. Bookies scream over the noise of the vast crowd, while tipsters perched precariously on scaffolds wave their arms above a sea of bodies. The people gathered here represent every part of Edwardian society. They arrive on foot, by bike or train, in horse-drawn carriages or by motor car. Members of the nobility stand alongside farmers, and boot cleaners rub shoulders with bankers. All have travelled to this otherwise sleepy village in Surrey for a chance to experience a few seconds of pounding hooves thundering past in a cloud of dust, sweat and noise. The King and Queen of Britain sit above them all in the royal box. King George V's horse, Anma, is running, but the favourite is Craganor, decked out in violet and primrose. As 3 p.m. draws closer, tensions rise. Horses and jockeys tussle along the starting line, the King's rider, Herbert Jones, distinguished by the red and blue of his royal shirt. A prize of more than £6,000, equivalent to £1.5 million today, as well as a place in history, awaits the first to hurtle past the finishing post beneath the heaving stands. Most will watch the race not from the tiered seating areas, but pressed up against the white barriers that run at chest height both sides of the track. Tattenham Corner is a particularly advantageous spot for a good view on the 1.5 mile course. Here, the horses curve around the sharpest part of the bend before accelerating up the final stretch. Traditionally, once all the horses have passed, the crowds clamber under the barriers and flood onto the course to follow the race to the winning post. It's not just those lining the edges who will watch this derby. Film cameras are also situated along the track. They will burn the action onto silver nitrate so cinema audiences across the Commonwealth can soak up the atmosphere at the world's most famous horse race. 3 cameras all have their lenses trained on Tattenham Corner, positioned at angles to catch every movement. As the starting pistol cracks, jockeys dig their heels hard into the horses' sides and push forward. Spittle foams at the beasts' mouths, and riders lean close to their sleek bodies, whipping their flanks as they accelerate to nearly 70 kilometres an hour. Slowing to round the top of the bend, the horses have split into 2 groups, a gap building between those with a chance at gold and a cluster lagging behind. The King's horse, Anma, is in the latter group. Then, the cameras pick up something unexpected. A figure has dipped under the guardrail as the first wave of storming hooves screech past and around the bend. They move a few metres further into the track with determination, and then face towards the last few riders.